Here's a collection of every remote start system we sell here at Absolute Electronics. Viper, Fortin, One-Way, Two-Way, CompuStar, and what it all means.
It's that time of year again, my friends. It's getting cold outside. People got their coffee ready. Iced teas on the back burner, per se, until about springtime. It's remote start season. And we've never done a video that specifically talked about remote starts and what happens with remote starts. In this video, we're going to talk really deeply about what happens inside of a car when you get a remote start system installed, how they're installed, and the different types of remote starts that are actually out on the market. Now, when you come into Absolute Electronics, we always try to pair the remote start system and the installation to the correct type of vehicle. If that makes any sense, I'll explain it like this. If you were coming to Absolute Electronics and you had, let's say you had a Mazda, we're probably going to put you in a system from Fortin. Their integration with Mazda is probably one of the best in the market. So that's why we would say, hey, this remote start, it's going to be what you need. Now, we're also going to ask you questions like one-way or two-way, and all those things don't make any sense unless you know what these things are. Now, let's quickly go into the different types of remote starts before we get deep into the other stuff. Now, we're going to start with an analog system. This is an analog one-way security system, but it's going to kind of give us a placeholder for what an analog system really is, okay? So when you open the box, you'll get a remote control, and that remote control will be connected to a system like this. This system will have wires that come off of it, and these wires will have to be clipped to the appropriate length, and then connected to the appropriate wire in the car. This is analog. This is probably the earliest way of doing a remote start system. Now, there's nothing wrong with this way. It's just, now there's better features, better things that are available, and things can integrate into a car in a way that makes everything work way better. So this isn't our preferred way of doing a remote start. Some cars, some older cars, I would say earlier than 2010, will require this type of system. There are some cars that are in that age range that won't, but for the most part, this is the analog system. The first part of an analog system.